Why hello there, cultists! Today I will be talking about if digital art is considered real art, and this topic has been in my mind for like a very long time, and it's in my opinion very interesting. So yeah, that's what this video will be about, and I really quickly want to mention that I am a digital and traditional artist as well. So intro is over, let's get into the video. So for the people that do not know, in the art community there has been this debate that has been quite literally dividing us. The debate is about if digital art is considered real art, and in my opinion, yes, it is considered real art, and I'll give my reasoning. Feel free to debate me in the comments if you have a different opinion than me, so the comments are always open for discussion. But please remember to keep it civil and just be nice. So yeah. So the traditional art supremacists believe that since digital art is easier, it should not be a valid art form. Yes, I have to admit that it is easier, but the computer does not do everything for you. You actually require actual skill and knowledge to use the software of your choice. I won't sit in front of my PC and tell it to magically make me a drawing appear on the screen. You actually have to know how to fucking draw. You take your graphics tablet and you draw on it with its pen. You use the tablet and the digital art tools that the software of your choice offers you. I honestly hate it so much when people say that digital art is lazy, since if I would put one of those traditional art supremacists to draw something on Paint Tool Sai, yeah, they would draw something, but it would look like absolute shit, because you actually need to know how to use the color gamut on the screen, and also you need to know how to use the multiply layers and all the other layer modes, especially like if you really don't know what you're doing, it's gonna look like hot garbage. My point is that you need to actually know how to draw in the first place, and it's not like that the computer is gonna like do everything for you. And just because like an art form is easier, it doesn't mean that it should not be considered valid just because the medium is a bit easier. That's just dumb and extremely close-minded in my opinion. It just doesn't make much sense on why an artist would exclude another group of artists due to their media of choice. You must be a wholly true hypocrite if you believe that digital art is not real art, because it honestly doesn't really make sense on why people would actually believe that. You actually need to fucking draw, that's the point. The point of digital art is to make things easier, not harder. Like, just because you're a traditional artist that draws on paper doesn't mean that like you're the holy god of arts. If you like to draw on paper, yeah, it is very hard, but same goes for digital art. If you don't know what you're fucking doing, that's it. It's honestly very dumb in my opinion to do that, because it's just excluding someone just because they draw in a different way. Please excuse me on that one, it was a small off-script rant, so back to the actual script. So another argument that they love to use is that since you can't touch it, it does not exist. That's very fucking dumb, since do I have to fucking lick, smell, and scratch the painting? Like, that's a real painting, it's very good. I love the textures. Like, Jesus fuck. Like, if you really think that's how you should evaluate a painting, by just touching it and being like, oh yeah, it's real, that's just dumb, in my opinion. Like, it's just kind of nonsensical. I just don't really have much to say about that argument that I have heard. Like, it just makes my brain go smooth, quite literally. If you truly believe that, I can just make prints of the artwork, and if you're into those kind of things, I guess take the prints and do that with them. Also, there has been like this guy that made the invincible sculpture that's literally made out of fucking air, and he can sell it for $1,800 and $300. So if that is still considered art, then if it's that still considered art, which is basically a piece of air, then digital art should be considered real art, since you actually need to draw something, and it can also be transferred on a paper or canvas by printing, so I disproved also that one. Also, please do not make the argument that digital art is cheating since you can copy paste and use a transform tool. The reason I think the statement is wrong is that joke's on you, the transform tool is not cheating. It's there. It's quite literally there to help you move the sketch around and make it more presentable. Same goes for copy and pasting. It makes things so much faster, and it generally makes art a bit easier. Final note is that if you think that one medium is easier and that's the reason you don't qualify it as a real art and it shouldn't be quote-unquote valid, that's kinda mean, and dismissing all the hard work those individuals had made to finish their drawing. Even though the medium is easier, it should not be dismissed or invalidated, since you don't spend as much time. Personally, it takes a couple of days for me to finish a digital drawing, since I put a lot of time in them, and it's generally kinda hard for me. And I also draw traditionally, which it takes me some weeks to finish a drawing, in my opinion. And it personally takes a couple of weeks for me to finish a drawing. I put a lot of work in my digital illustrations, and to see them get dismissed as not valid art due to the medium having shortcuts, unlimited tools, and paint is very, very sad and frustrating. The point of digital art is to make it efficient and fast, and it's in generally way more fast than traditional. The reason I had mentioned them as traditional artists as well is that those people dismiss the claims made by digital artists, and in order to take you seriously, you need to be quote-unquote worthy enough. And by that I mean for you to draw traditionally as well. I hope you can see my frustration in this video. It's not nice at all to be invalidated due to your medium. If you have a different opinion, just say it in the comments. I'm free for discussion, but just keep it civil. Also, small thing before we end, I'm very happy and thankful that you guys, that we quite literally hit 700 on Twitter. I'm just very happy, and I do not mean that on the cliche way. Bye, I just wanted to thank you all guys for the fucking support. It's very nice in general, so see you in the next video. I might be covering some birdie drama. So, with that note, I end the video and see you next time.